The cyborg General Grievous was one of the most dangerous lightsaber wielders that have ever existed in the Star Wars universe. This is especially impressive as he did not have any use of the Force, and many have debated that the Legends depiction of the droid general even rivals that of the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader, as far as their skill with a lightsaber. So why is this? How is it that General Grievous matches the greatest lightsaber duelers in galactic history, and yet doesn't have the Force? The canon depiction of General Grievous that we saw in the Clone Wars show, as well as in Revenge of the Sith, was severely depowered. The Legends depiction, on the other hand, is the stuff of nightmares. In the first Clone Wars show, as well as in the novels, Grievous proves time and time again that only the premier members of the Jedi Council even come close to matching him. So why exactly is this? In this video, I wanted to discuss the factor that allowed Grievous to go toe-to-toe with almost any Jedi, and despite this, still come out on top, despite never even preparing for a specific opponent, unlike Vader did. In fact, the key is, Grievous could almost perfectly surmise and then begin to mimic the lightsaber styles of nearly all of his opponents. Grievous could even seemingly use extremely difficult to master styles like Mace Windu's Vapad. This ability to break down and even copy the styles of the opponents Grievous faced came almost entirely from his partially cybernetic brain. What the mechanical part of Grievous's brain did was instantly analyze any opponent and then tell Grievous how to best defeat that opponent. The catch was that each time Grievous did this, his regular living brain did not always follow along, and there were snags along the way. Although recently explored, I wanted to read this snippet from the battle between Mace Windu and Grievous. His sole setting was attack. Successful at analyzing Mace's lightsaber style, those same computers suggested that Grievous alter his stance and posture, along with the angle of his parries, ripostes, and thrusts. The result wasn't Mace's Vapad, but it was close enough, and Mace wasn't interested in prolonging the contest longer than necessary. This perfectly explains what made General Grievous so deadly, but at the same time, what was noted as his major weakness as well. Grievous used his cybernetic brain to break down each specific movement of any fighter he came into contact with, but at the same time, they were limited by the sole purpose of attack. Because of this, attack is all Grievous could focus on. In many cases, lightsabers clashing against one another is not the most important part of a duel, but rather capitalizing on all of the weapons at one's disposal is the most important part. Examining and adapting to the bigger picture is where true lightsaber masters excel. On the other hand, although still dangerous, Grievous could only analyze and therefore fight what was directly in front of him, unable to calculate the larger battle. Still though, Grievous's cybernetic brain was hugely beneficial to the cyborg. Not only could Grievous copy a fighting style, his brain could also deduce what style to use to best counter any given opponent's technique. Because of his cybernetics, Grievous also gained a major speed advantage, almost over all of his opponents, meaning he could adapt quickly and precisely. You've no idea what you have brought upon yourselves. I've mastered your weapon, and combined that skill with the speed only a machine is capable of. How can any living being stand against me? But that is why Grievous's cybernetic brain was by far the most dangerous and useful ability that he often used to combat Jedi and analyze exactly how each of them functioned to the highest degree. And more than this, learning how to then counter that and kill his Jedi opponents. But leave what you think in the comments down below about General Grievous's most dangerous weapon and how it was actually his brain. Also, as a big question, who do you think would win, the Legends depiction of General Grievous or Darth Vader? Also feel free to leave that in the comments down below, and I may make a full video dedicated to your idea. If you would like to interact with me directly, you can follow me on Twitter at @stupendousswave, which will also be linked below. Thank you as always so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great